The Wolves have just lost, well, not just as a few hours ago when I'm recording this, but Wolves have lost to Arsenal today 1-0 at home, and was a bit of a disappointing performance. The game got quite hyped up. If I'm being totally honest, as soon as I saw Jeremy Coutinho was injured when the lineup came out, I was a bit more concerned because I'm not really a big Leander Dendoncker fan. But look, I think even with the lineup, I still think people were excited. And um, look, I'm not overreacting to this game. Like I went on Twitter for the first time since the game finished, like 10 minutes ago. I was surprised how negative it was, to be honest. Like I think we're still in a great position in the table. First of all, I know we're eighth, and I know we've lost one of those games in hand, but we're still in a good position. We still got a nice little gap between the teams below us, and we can still catch the teams above us. It's not that deep. Um, and look, in this run, we've got Arsenal, Leicester, West Ham, Tottenham. I think everyone accepts we weren't going to win all of those games. Like, come on, let's be honest, given the squad we've got. Um, so look, this is just one game. Just it's not that deep. You know what I mean? But um, I think the lineup was a bit weird, to be honest. I don't know if this was just because I was watching it like at home, whatever, but it felt like Trincao was like playing here, like really deep on the right, and like Pedence wasn't a left wing; he was just like as a second striker. And I think maybe that's why Marcel was playing, because I assume Reina knew he wasn't injured because he came on after what 55 minutes. And Marcel was terrible. I don't hate Marcel; I think he's fine. But I think Reina knew he's the better all-round footballer. But it kind of just felt like Marcel was just having two guys running it all the time. Whereas on the right side, Trincao was tucking so deep. And obviously Marcel's defence numbers are great. They always have been. They've always been quite jacked even for a wing back. But I don't think it necessarily worked. Although to be fair to Bruno Lage, it's one of those games where if we scammed a goal in that first half and went 1-0 up, we'd all be going, great performance. We kept it tight. We nicked a goal. And look, I'm not the biggest fan of Arsenal or Arteta, but I think they did a good job of pressing us. Whenever Kilman and Sace got the ball, they pressed high. They forced the long ball. We didn't really have anyone holding it up. I thought Trincao was okay. I thought Potence had moments. Raul barely got into the game. I thought Dendoncker was pretty bad. I don't think Ruben was much better, but he was definitely better. And look, again, you can still look. There's nothing wrong with chasing Europe. We should want that. Why not? But I think we have to accept the fact Mikel Arteta has been at Arsenal for 3 years and had what £250 million. Bruno's been here 6 months and had our net spend was £5 million in the summer, and we didn't really buy anyone in January either, at least significantly anyway. So there should be no pressure on him, and I think everyone expects this to be a transitional year anyway. So I don't think anyone should be panicking. We're still in a very good position in the league. Obviously not in the cup anymore, which is a shame, but I don't think there's any need to necessarily panic. I suppose I didn't think the first half was that bad. I wasn't actually getting. I don't know about you lot, but I wasn't particularly worried until they scored their goal. But when the second half kicked off, I thought we played okay. I thought we improved. I thought we improved when Chiquinho came on. It felt very much more like a front three. I felt a bit sorry for Trincao. I thought, it feels like he's always the easy guy to get hooked. Whereas I love Raul Jimenez, but it feels like he's probably the guy you should probably be taking off out of that front three. But the one positive out of today, I guess, was Chiquinho. Like he came on, and I don't think anyone really expects him to even be coming off the bench. To be honest, when we bought him, a lot of people thought he'd get loaned out. So did I, to be honest. But I'm not saying he's Premier League ready or anything, but he looks physically able to play in this league, which is always a good sign for someone that young. It's not really something I thought about, Fabio Silva or Pedro Neto when he first joined, or Vitinha last year. So I guess that's one positive out of the game. And to be fair to Wolves, I see people say like, "Oh, we don't get enough bodies in the box." I don't think that was really true today. There was a lot of times where Semedo or Aït-Nouri or Marcel or Ruben would get the ball and look up, and there was Dendoncker there was Raul, there was Pedence, there was a few people in there. It's just the delivery was pretty bad from everyone. It just felt like one of those games. But even when Martinelli got sent off, I wasn't even that asked. I should have been like happy and been like, okay, we should win this now, or we should push on. I don't know about you lot. I didn't really feel. It didn't feel like anything changed, and that's kind of. I can't remember the last time a team got a player sent off and we've all of a sudden like dominated a game. And look, that's fair play to Arsenal. They are a good side. They are a little bit better than us, and obviously their squad's way bigger. And Ben White costs more than our whole back five combined. So we shouldn't be like getting devastated because Arsenal sneaked a close game. We didn't get outplayed, and I think that's more of a credit to us than it is Arteta. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think there was many positives out of the game. I think Chiquinho was one, and if we didn't get battered, do you know what I mean? It wasn't an awful performance. against a decent side. One game won't define our season. It won't. I guess the only concern is it's two losses in a row after the really good January run, and I guess no goals either. But I'm not particularly worried. I think we all knew going into this month we would lose some games, and I think we just kind of have to accept that. I am anyway, but yeah, we'll see what happens against Tottenham. Tottenham worries me, to be honest. Tottenham was the one game where I was kind of writing off. Although watching them against Southampton, they were god awful. So maybe there's more of a chance there. But yeah, overall disappointing. Of course, you don't want to lose the game. It got hyped up and it didn't really live up to it. But I wouldn't panic yet. I wouldn't overreact yet. There's still a long. Evaluate this at the end of when we play. Is it West Ham? I think West Ham's the last game. You know, if we go into West Ham and we've lost like all the games, and Brighton are like just behind us, and Southampton and Villa and Leicester have picked up form, then maybe start to panic a bit. But right now, I wouldn't really overreact. I thought it wasn't a great performance, but it was okay. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just not really as angry as everyone else is. It wasn't great, but Arsenal were a decent side, and we didn't get battered. And our defence is what's carried us through this season. And another day, we scam a lucky goal and we get a win. So I'm not going to overreact. But if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, peace.